Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac Show. That's it, Cognac.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist Cognac Wellerlane, and welcome back to Cognac's Corner. In another moment, we will be watching another fabulous video. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and always press the notification button to let you know when I will be publishing a new video. And also, darlings, don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about my videos and what other type of videos you'd like me to make. Let's get to the video. Pink champagne kisses. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist Cognac Wellerlane, and happy Halloween. We're here at the 15th annual gala, 15th annual masquerade ball for Little Shelter, and in just a moment we'll be interviewing all the fabulous supporters of this fantastic event, which it has every year. Keep watching, darlings. More interviews, more celebrities coming up right here at Cognac's Corner magazine. Pink champagne kisses. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and this is the 15th annual Little Shelter Masquerade Ball. And I'm here with David CEELY. He's the director of this wonderful organization. And we're going to find out what's going to be going on for the evening. Tell my audience, darling, what's going on for the evening.
So tonight we're having our 15th annual Masquerade Ball to benefit the animals at Little Shelter. So we'll be having tons of fun. There'll be dinner, there'll be dancing, there'll be raffles, and all the money that we're going to raise tonight is going to go to the organization.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's not just Little Shelter, the adoption center in Huntington. We have our sanctuary upstate, and we also run the town of Huntington Cat Shelter in East Northport, New York.
Something new now? Is this a new thing that you're doing?
Well, that we've been doing since 2018. So Little Shelter has grown a lot over the last few years. We've been around for 98 years, but we just had a little bit of a spurt now with our sanctuary and our town of Huntington Cat Shelter. So the organization really has started to grow. Yeah,
that's wonderful. That's so wonderful that you're doing all of this. Now, I understand there's a theme for tonight: murder on the dance floor. So I decided to wear my Cruella de Vil costume. I'm just kidding. Started, darling.
Okay,
yes,
good.
Cruella. So tell us, are you honoring any doctors or any instrumental people that we should know about?
So we've got two very special people tonight that we'll be honoring. Number one is Jill Rappaport, who
Yes, I know, Jill Rappaport.
She is wonderful. She is the voice for so many different animal organizations, and I've been lucky enough to become a very good friend with her. So we'll be honoring her tonight. She doesn't stop, but we're also going to be honoring our architect because we have plans to renovate Little Shelter, and we've started our capital campaign, and the architect is a genius, and he's going to be here tonight, and he'll be getting the President's Award for the work that he's done pro bono for Little Shelter.
Is this a new award, the President's Award?
The President's Award is pretty much an award that gets given out every year, and the other awards we kind of name up depending on who else we're honoring. So,
I definitely want to speak to these two honorees that are receiving their award tonight. When they come in, I'm sure you're going to let them sit at the table and do a little quick interview with me, I hope.
Of course, and I know you're going to love them. Everybody's.
Well, I've interviewed Jill. I've interviewed her many times. I in the Hamptons, I've interviewed her. She's always a big. She's instrumental when it comes to the wildlife in the Hamptons. She's great when it comes to that, and I've interviewed her many times at the Evelyn Alexander Wildlife Gala in the Hamptons.
Yes, I've seen some of your interviews with her. Long Island Bulldog Rescue, I know you guys did a benefit with them as well.
Yes.
Heavily involved with them. She really is a very special person.
Now, if you want to find out more information about this organization, Little Shelter, tell my audience where we can go to find out more information.
So you can go to our website, littleshelter.org, and there's links on there that will bring you to our sanctuary. It'll bring you to our other shelter, the town of Huntington Cat Shelter, and you'll be able to see all of the different projects and programs that we have on our website.
And at the end of this evening, you give out also Best Costume Award, right?
Yes, there's going to be prizes for the top 3 best costumes that we'll be giving prizes out for.
How exciting, darling, how exciting. Now, what are you tonight? You look like you're the devil or something like that.
I'm something with some bloody skulls on it. I try to keep it simple because, like I said, I give the awards out to people, so I have to have a little bit of a credibility. One year I was the ex-wife, so I was standing there in a bloody wedding dress giving awards out, and I said, no, I got to clean it up a little.
I love it. I love everything. I love the costume. I love the mask. Show my audience your mask. This is beautiful. Where did you find this costume?
This mask actually came from Party City. And
yeah, same here, Party City.
From Spirit Halloween.
Well, you look gorgeous, darling. You look gorgeous. Let's do a toast for 15 years celebration of Little Shelter.
That's
fantastic. Masquerade Ball.
98 years.
98 years. Let's toast. And let's do it in there. Mwah, mwah. And we'll be back, darlings, with more interviews right here at the 15th annual Little Shelter Masquerade Ball. Pink champagne kisses. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and we're here at the 15th annual Little Shelter Masquerade Ball, and I'm here with one of the honorees. And that, of course, is Ms. Jill Rappaport. So tell my audience, Jill, welcome to this event. Welcome to Cognac's Corner. Tell my audience what it means to be honored at this particular event.
Oh, well, first of all, I'm such a huge fan. This is one of the oldest shelters in the country.
It certainly is.
Which is unbelievable.
98 years.
Can you believe it? We should all live that long, right? And David CEELY, who to me is just the angel of all angels. I met him going on 8 years ago when I needed a bunch of dogs at the last minute for the Harry Connick Jr. show, and someone said, "You've got to meet David CEELY. He always comes through." I called him up and I said, "We need so many dogs right away, and they have to be underdogs, the seniors, the pits, the special needs, with heartfelt stories." And he said, "Jill, this is why I love you, because we're all about the underdogs and the seniors."
You are always devoted to anything pertaining to animals, shelter, rescue,
Right.
anything and everything associated with anything with an animal. Am I right about that?
Yeah, it's rescue and adoption are my oxygen. And again, it's really about the underdogs, the seniors, the pits, and the special needs. And that's what I love about David CEELY and Little Shelter, because no animal is not treated like they have so much more life to live and they have so much worth. Whether they're a puppy or they're 18 years old, David treats them like they're the most important animal in the world. And he will never say goodbye to an animal. He gives them every chance they have to get a home. He'll fight forever to make sure that they get a home. And it's so honored. And for me to be honored on their 15th, anniversary
That's
of this event,
wonderful.
this is so great. Yeah. Really great.
Did you ever hear of this organization, or are you new to this organization?
Well, now I'm actually working with them on so many events. Yes, I've been hearing about David and Little Shelter for years because, as I said, it's legendary. It's one of the oldest, and they're one of the most respected shelter groups in the country for what they do. And when you go there, I've spent so many wonderful times at Little Shelter. I've worked with David for the last 8 years on every show imaginable. When I created Dog Bowl, I had David involved with that. We did QVC together. I used him on the Harry Connick Jr. show, Fox 5. Whenever I have a media event, I go to David.
You like Fox 5? You like that?
I love Good Day New York and Rosanna. Yes, of course.
I like her too. She's wonderful. She
They're
is.
all great there, yeah.
Yeah, they're all great on Fox TV.
Yeah.
So now tell my audience, how many organizations are you involved with animals and shelter?
Well, I work with so many. I really do so much with Southampton Animal Shelter.
I know that. That's why I interviewed you not too long ago.
Yes.
Also, the Evelyn Alexander Wildlife
The
Shelter.
Wildlife Rescue. I work with Equus Foundation, Equus.org for horses in need, ASPCA, Helen Woodward out in San Diego, Long Island Bulldog Rescue.
Yes, Long Island Bulldog Rescue. Are they having an event for Christmas this year?
I haven't been able to get an answer on that yet from Lorette because she literally is in the trenches. I was just on the phone with her. I was going to bring her here tonight.
She does have that. I want to go to the Christmas one.
But while I was on the phone, she was having 2 emergencies where she had to get a bulldog into the emergency room. So these people live and breathe this 24/7, and I do what I can to raise awareness and help them.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so delighted to see you.
You look great. I love this.
Yes, darling.
And your cameraman, we're cowboy and cowgirl today. Yeah.
I'm Cruella, darling. Cruella DeVille.
Where are those Dalmatians? You better be careful they don't bite you in the ass.
Yeah, I know, right? But you are wonderful, and
Thank you.
now you're involved in something else. Tell my audience about what you personally are involved in.
Well, everything I do is for animal welfare. I have a website that I have pet products with a purpose.
That's what I wanted you to talk about.
I have wonderful leashes, collars, toys, everything geared and aimed at sharing the message of adoption, rescue, with proceeds going back to the many groups that I support. I have another new show coming out on another network, Rappaport to the Rescue. I have my podcast, which goes out to 250 million worldwide.
Wow.
Rappaport to the Rescue on Pet Life Radio. And when I'm not doing that, I'm literally at the shelters trying to get the underdogs. We started a new campaign my Home for the Holidays campaign that did so well last year. We have one dog left of 17 underdogs. That is my deaf pit bull, still waiting for a home, but fingers crossed, we might have an applicant. And I said I will not stop till everyone gets a home. Now we take on a new batch, and we're doing a new campaign called Pooch Crashers, where I'm going to walk in.
Pooch Crashers, I love it.
Crashers, holiday crashers. I'm going to be walking into various events and stores around the Hamptons, crashing in with one of our wonderful dogs saying, I'd like you to meet so-and-so. They need a home. And you know what? It's so funny. If I were to walk in alone, they might look at me and go, what are you doing here? But when you walk in with a dog, everybody has a smile on their face. So when you get an active audience, you got to pitch the message.
Now, let me ask you, I'm just curious about this. You have pets, right?
Oh, sure.
How many pets do you own?
Well, I have 5 horses, 5 senior horses, and I just lost one of my dogs. I had always had 6 rescue dogs. I lost 3 during COVID. We just lost another one. I am down to 3 rescue dogs.
I had to get another one.
I know. I feel...
Talk to
David.
Yeah, exactly. He'll hook you up with a rescue
I know, I'm
dog.
in the right place, right?
You're in the right place.
Exactly.
Tell my audience one more time the website for us to go to find out more about what you're up to.
Sure. Jill Rappaport's Pet Products with a Purpose, and my toy shelter shake, which was a sold-out bona fide hit every time I was on QVC. And I have a new line of leashes and collars that you can put in orders for now, and proceeds go back to helping the animals in need. And everything sports a rescue message, whether it's Opt to Adopt, I'm a heart melter from a shelter, I'm a pound hound, rescued me, pound pooch. We have everything, gives you the bragging rights to walk your animal around, because you should be proud when you've saved an animal. And it says it right on your leash and collar. And good for you if you save a life. That's what we want.
You're gorgeous.
Oh, thank
Let's
you.
do an air kiss.
Oh.
Mwah. Don't go away yet. We'll be back with more interviews right here at the 15th Annual Little Shelter Masquerade Ball. Pink champagne kisses. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane. We're here at the 15th Annual Little Shelter Masquerade Ball, and I'm here with one of the honorees tonight. He is a very famous architect, and he's receiving an award tonight. Introduce yourself to the camera.
Well, hi, I'm Jim Smiros. I'm an architect and a partner at Smiros and Smiros Architects.
Now tell my audience, how did you find out about this organization, and what does this award mean to you?
Well, my good friend Sandy DeGennaro came to me and said, Jim, I'm working on this great little shelter project and we need help. The facilities are worn down. They're nearly, they were at the time 90 plus years old. And I'd like, Sandy and I had worked together, I as an architect and she as a professional. So she asked me to come look at it and I did. And I said, Sandy, honestly, it's 6 or 7 buildings that have been there since the 20s and they really need so much work that when I look at it, my recommendation is that we build a single new building. It'll be so much more efficient to run and honestly a better use of dollars rather than spending money renovating 7 perimeters, 7 individual roofs, 7 individual mechanical systems. Let's build one new building. So we put together this really bold idea and out of the box, we took the buildings from where they are and moved them to the other side of the property.
Wow, that must have been a huge undertaking, huh?
It was a lot of design work and a lot of thinking, and we knew it was a bit of a risk and we needed variances to do it. But we designed the buildings on the other side of the property, a single building, and we presented it. We needed a variance. We went to the Huntington Zoning Board, and the neighbors came, and there was a lot of support. Of course, there was some concern as well. But to the Zoning Board's credit, I have to, and really give them credit where it's due. They approved it that first night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, this is a huge undertaking for you to create this. How long is this going to take for you to actually build these buildings and restore it and make it look the way it should look?
Well, you know what? The biggest process was getting it approved by the planning board, and that happened during COVID, so we've really been working on approvals now for almost 5 years.
Wow.
We just secured the final approvals this summer, I'm happy to say, so we actually are ready now to start fundraising. And, I'm hoping that once we get that angel investor and we start to get some funds in, we can actually produce all of our working drawings, get our bids in, and break ground within the next year.
Fantastic. So you think this will be finished within a year or two?
we'll break ground within a year or so, and then after that, my hope is that we're underway during the 100th anniversary of the Little Shelter. My goal here
Fabulous.
My goal here is to really secure the Little Shelter's legacy for the next 100 years.
And to make it look spectacular, right?
It's going to be a state-of-the-art facility.
Wow, I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. And what better way to achieve this on the 100th anniversary of the
Yes.
Little Shelter, which is 98 years old.
That's right. It is, yeah.
Amazing. Now, I understand that you do a lot of work in the Hamptons as well. You build a lot of buildings or homes.
I really focus on high-end residential work. Our work really runs from Manhattan out to the Hamptons. We do a lot of work in South Florida, and we've worked overseas in Europe as well. But our work is largely, it's high-end residential.
High-end residential properties.
Yes.
Fantastic. Can you tell us the name of some of the properties in the Hamptons?
Well, they're really
Not
private
allowed.
residences. Yeah, I mean, I
can't
did
say.
just do a great restaurant in Oyster Bay. I did Two Spring, along
Wow.
with Four, which is an adjacent restaurant, and that was a lot of fun. That's actually 3 different restaurants in one little restaurant campus.
What's your favorite? What do you like to do the most with architect? What's your favorite type of project that you like to work on?
Really, it's always the one I'm working on at the moment.
Isn't that interesting?
I love problem solving. I live for that.
Did you always want to be an architect?
Since kindergarten. I was the kid in the corner playing with blocks, yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
My uncle, my family, they wanted my uncle to be an architect.
Mm-hmm.
But he had no interest. He really wanted to be a cartoonist.
That would have been fun too.
Yeah, but the family really wanted him to be an architect.
That's funny.
Yeah, because they do make a lot of money, architects.
I wouldn't know.
You don't really care about that. You just care about the project.
I care about the animals.
And the
I'm
animals.
here for the dogs and the cats.
So tell my audience, if we want to learn more about you as an architect, first of all, what does it feel like to get this award? Before we close this interview, what does it feel like?
I'm accepting this award on behalf of my friend Sandy DeGennaro, and it's really with the greatest of love and respect for her that I'm accepting this tonight. I don't really feel like I did anything myself. I did all this because she had the idea, and the credit goes to her.
Where can we learn more information about you as an architect?
Well, my website is Smiros.com.
Spell it.
Smiros.com, and my Instagram is Smiros Architects. And you'll be seeing we'll be doing a launch about the Little Shelter shortly on our Instagram as well, and so you'll also see that on the Little Shelter site too, and that'll happen shortly.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Let's do an air kiss, darling. And
Oh,
congratulations.
absolutely.
Mwah, mwah.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be back, darlings, with more interviews. Keep watching Pink Champagne Kisses.
Friend Jill Rappaport. Come on up, Jill. Come on up here. They were going to be adopting to finalize on the Harry Connick Jr. show. And this was my first time working with Jill. And it was just really so wonderful. And we formed such a great friendship. She's the voice, not just a Little Shelter, she's the voice for so many animals, so many organizations. She's tirelessly working to get the word out for the underdogs. And as she calls it, she likes to shine a light on those dogs that need us the most. She's done campaigns that have gotten dogs with a 100% success rate adopted out. They're seniors, they're pit bulls, they're definitely the underdogs, and she doesn't stop. She's constantly going, and she does it all for the animals. Very happy to be able to call her one of my friends. She not only got us exposure on the Harry Connick Jr. show, she sold her shelter-shaped toy and mentioned us on QVC. I went on a podcast, one of her podcasts on Life Radio called Rappaport to the Rescue. And how many listeners does it have?
It goes out to 250 million around the world.
Around the world. And I know how much you loved Oscar. And in honor of Oscar, I would like to present Jill with the Oscar Award. So now we declare an Oscar to all of the awards that you've won.
I've always wanted it.
dachshund, Oscar Meyer. And, you know, when I rescued him, he was 8 years old, given up 3 times. It took me 6 hours to get him into my car because he was crying and whimpering for every car that pulled up at the shelter, hoping it was the last owner that dumped him. And once I got him in the car, I could not get him in the car again because he thought he was being given away. So thank you, this means so much to me. And David mentioned how we first met, and I'll never forget it because I got a call from the producer of the Harry Connick Jr. show. They said we have a matter of hours to get this show together. We need multiple dogs with adopters ready to take them, and we want you to find them immediately. And I said, well, you know I'm all about the underdogs. And I even said, I'm not going to pick puppies because everybody wants puppies. I want to do pit bulls, seniors, special needs. And they thought, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. And they not only allowed us to do it, they embraced it. Harry Connick was amazing. And a friend of mine said, the only one that can pull off this task is David CEELY at Little Shelter. And I'd never met David. I never met him, and I said, okay, you don't know me, but we have hours to get this together. And literally, David, on the ride here tonight, I came from Long Island, from out in Watermill. I was looking at our text messages and our emails going back to March of 2017, when we were getting ready for the show, and David was like, don't worry, I got it together. I'm a little nervous, but I think we can pull this off, don't worry. David has come through for me in a moment's notice with every show, and the reason we were bonded from day one is our love of senior dogs. The minute I met him, he said, you're all about the wonderful seniors, and we've just loved each other ever since. And what Little Shelter does, I call it a little piece of heaven on earth. There's no rescue organization like it in the country, with no more wonderful people leading it. TITO and David, what you do is truly God's work every single day. Am I right?
And we will be erecting a state-of-the-art facility that will be more efficient for the animals, it'll be more efficient for the adopters and the employees. Jim is very easy to work with. He's super smart, he's a very smart man, and one of the things I'm very sensitive about is very smart people when they talk to me. And he talks to me like I'm just as smart as he is, which blows my mind, but I'm super thankful for it. I really appreciate it. And he's put so much work into this project for us. We got our approvals recently for everything, the full steam ahead, and I don't think I've ever heard anybody so excited when he called me to let me know what actually happened for us to be able to go forward with starting the campaign to build the new Little Shelter. So Jim, we would like to present you with the President's Award. For President to Smiros and Smiros for the most supportive Long Island business. Thank you, Jim. I really appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you, David, and thank you everybody at the Little Shelter for this great award. I accept it on behalf of Sandy DeGennaro, my good friend, and really the reason I'm here. She tricked me, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you for that. I'm very excited about the new shelter. You know, Little Shelter's 98 years old this year, and we have designed something that I think is really going to take us into the next 100 years. So we're getting ready to launch that. You'll see it on Instagram, you'll see it in the social medias, and social media, I should say. And you know, I hope that you'll join us in our efforts to do the fundraising that we need to do to make this happen. Our goal is to have this project underway in time for our 100th anniversary and see it operating shortly after that. You know, it actually took us over 5 years to get all of our approvals. It was really a lot of work. But to the credit of the town of Huntington, they worked with us, and we got through everything, and we actually have approvals for 80 dogs, 300 cats, and a new 10,000 square foot facility.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at the 15th annual Little Shelter Masquerade Ball. And I am here with a big supporter, Mr. Tito Colon. He works for Little Shelter, and he's going to tell us where we could go to find out more information about this organization. Tell us what the website is, darling.
Sure, it's littleshelter.org.
Fabulous, and I love your costume. You look spectacular.
You look phenomenal.
What is this costume?
It's called Murder on the Dance Floor 1970.
Well, I'm Cruella, darling, Cruella DeVille, and I'm just getting started.
Amen.
Yes, pink champagne kisses. Let's do an air kiss. Let's toast, and let's do an air kiss. And we'll be back, darling. Some more interviews right here at the 15th Annual Little Shelter Masquerade Ball. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines, drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I eat cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.